now currently standing in Quarry Plaza, which is almost like our center of campus. Though not geographically, it is located within the middle of our horseshoe-shaped residential college structure. So I'm essentially just going to go through all of the buildings that you can see behind me. During typical times, there is a lot of hustle and bustle and activity with just some 2 central bus stops located about 200 or 300 feet away. And in the fall quarter, there will be a lot of student organizations tabling here and trying to get other students to visibly see and potentially join their student organizations. So to my left, we have our Career Center and Ethnic Resource Center, which is the first building on the left. And if you go up the elevator or the stairs to the 3rd floor, you can access our Career Center that offers advising for career opportunities and other resources such as resume building and performing a mock interview. And it is also available to students a year after they graduate. So if they're looking to have any career advising after they've graduated, then they can still access that resource. We also have our Ethnic Resource Centers, which has our offices for our Chicanx, Latinx Resource Center, our African American and Caribbean Resource Center, our Asian American and Pacific Islander Resource Center, as well as our Native American and Indigenous Resource Center. We also have our LGBTQ+ Center located over by Merrill College, as well as our Women's Center located at the base of campus. Next to that, we have our Express store, which has been open during COVID and is like our on-campus 7-Eleven. Paige talked about Flexi Dollars earlier, so you can spend those at the Express store, as well as in the Iveta Cafe, which is also our only place on campus which has boba tea. We also have our Bay Tree bookstore located, which is where you can get all your S.L.U.G.s swag and S.L.U.G. merchandise. And on the 2nd floor, you can find all of your school supplies and textbook availability. And we also have a Genius Bar for students that have Apple products, and they can also assist with any technology-related inquiries. Across the way is our Redwood building, which has our spaces for SOAR, or Student Organization Advising Resources, which offers advising for our 200+ student organizations on and off campus, and many of which are functioning online and offering opportunities and ways for students can get involved during remote learning. And if there's not an organization ranging from Greek Life to our Milk and Cookies Club to CalPERG, which is the organization that I have been involved in, you can also start your own club, which follows the 3+ me rule. You only need 3 other people plus yourself in order to sign on and create your own club. We also have our SUA, which is our Student Union Assembly, and our Student Union Assembly is like our overarching student government that oversees various committees and all of the college student senates. We also have our E-Squared and our Bike Co-op. The Bike Co-op is volunteer-led and is offering virtual and in-person opportunities and in-person resources right now for students that bike around campus, such as helmet and safety classes. And if you have a part of your bike broken, all you have to do is bring in the piece and the volunteers will fix it for you. Next to that, we also have our office for E-Squared. E-Squared stands for Engaging Education. Essentially, it is also student-led and focuses on retention, specifically for underrepresented and minority students. We do have a retention rate from 1st to 2nd year of about 91%. However, we are always trying to increase that number, so that is why we have E-Square in place, and that is one of the reasons that keeps our campus going. So we like to end the tour with telling why we chose UC Santa Cruz. For me, one of the reasons, like I mentioned before, was since I'm from out of state, I really did want to attend a college that really felt like I was exposing myself to global perspectives and new opportunities. And one thing that my tour guide told me was the fact that there is so much support of students supporting others. Everyone really does want one another to succeed here, and there is a real sense of community, whether we're in classes and studying or participating in student events. In addition to that, I'm sure many of my peers will agree with me that attending the campus itself is so utterly beautiful, and it's really awesome to have just the true nature in and around the campus, in and around our classes, and you're able to step out of class and just be in nature and see the earth around you and really feel grounded in that perspective, and remember that there is more to life outside of academics. It was really great to have you all here. I know that you couldn't be here in person, but I hope that you get to be here soon. And thank you so much for joining us on this virtual tour today.